Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we make sense of the financial mumbo jumbo. And your presenter today, I'm going to be digging into a filing from a company that's all about materials and potentially the future of critical resources. So buckle up, because we're about to decode this filing for you. Today we're looking at an 8K filing from MP Materials Corp on August 15th. They filed an update that's quite specific, and it relates to a rather important agreement they have with the United States Department of Defense. So what's the big story here? Well, MP Materials had to file a prospectus supplement with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. Now, this isn't about them selling more of their own stock directly. Instead, it's about registering shares that could be resold by the Department of Defense. This is a significant number of shares, roughly 24.5 million shares. These shares could be issued to the Department of Defense if they decide to convert some preferred stock or exercise a warrant that they hold. This all comes from a subscription agreement and a transaction agreement that were previously discussed in another SEC filing back in July. It's really important to understand that just because they're filing this prospectus supplement doesn't mean the government is selling anything today. It's more like getting the paperwork ready in case they decide to sell later. They might convert their preferred stock or exercise their warrant into common stock of MP Materials and then potentially sell those shares on the open market. And here's a key detail: if the Department of Defense does sell these shares, MP Materials itself won't get any money from it. The money from that sale would go to the Department of Defense. This filing is all about enabling that potential future transaction. The main reason for this particular filing is to include a legal opinion. The company is essentially getting a stamp of approval from legal experts that these shares they're registering are on the up and up and valid to be potentially traded later on. The legal opinion comes from a well-known law firm, Skadden Arps, Slate, Magras, Flate. Migor and Flom LLP, they are providing their expert view on the validity of these shares, which is a standard but important part of such filings. Now let's talk about MP Materials themselves. They're a company focused on rare earth elements, which are pretty crucial for a lot of modern technologies like electric vehicles, wind turbines, and even smartphones. Their flagship operation is the Mountain Pass facility in California, which is one of the world's most significant sources of rare earth metals. The shares we're talking about are their common stock traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol MP. This means the Department of Defense's potential future sales would directly impact the publicly traded shares of MP Materials. This particular filing doesn't contain detailed financial tables that we can dig into right now, as the focus is on the registration of securities and the associated legal opinions. However, the underlying agreements with the Department of Defense are significant for MP Materials' growth and financial strategy. Having the backing or investment from a government entity like the DoD can provide financial stability and strategic advantages, especially in a sector as critical and sometimes volatile as rare earth materials. MP Materials previously indicated they are not considered an emerging growth company, which means they are subject to the same rigorous reporting requirements as larger, more established public companies. This suggests a commitment to transparency and compliance. So what's the big picture here? MP Materials is working to ensure that shares held by the Department of Defense can be freely traded if and when that entity decides to exercise its rights. This partnership is a testament to the strategic importance of rare earth elements and MP Materials' role in securing that supply chain for the United States. From a strategic standpoint, this agreement with the Department of Defense likely supports MP Materials' expansion plans and their efforts to become a dominant player in the Western Hemisphere's rare earth supply chain. It provides them with a strong anchor customer and potentially access to capital or other forms of support. One of the key risks for any company in this space is market volatility for rare earth prices and the competitive landscape. However, having a strong relationship with a government entity can mitigate some of these risks, especially concerning demand and regulatory support. Looking ahead, the successful integration of these potential new shares into the market will depend on market conditions and the Department of Defense's own investment strategy, MP Materials will need to continue demonstrating its operational efficiency and its ability to meet demand reliably. In my view, this filing highlights the ongoing strategic partnership between MP Materials and the US government. It's a step that formalizes a pathway for the Department of Defense to potentially hold and trade significant equity in MP Materials, underscoring the company's vital role in national security and critical mineral supply chains. While there are no specific financial numbers to analyze in this particular 8K, the context provided by the agreement with the DoD is crucial for understanding MP Materials' trajectory. The company's direction seems focused on expanding its production capabilities and solidifying its position as a key supplier of rare earth elements for both commercial and governmental use. The strength lies in its unique access to the Mountain Pass mine and its strategic governmental partnerships. The weakness could be the inherent cyclicality of commodity prices and the complex geopolitical factors that influence the rare earth market. A notable opportunity for MP Materials is the increasing global demand for electric vehicles and clean energy technologies which heavily rely on rare earth elements. If they can execute on their expansion plans, they are well positioned to capitalize on this trend. The risk, however, is the potential for competitors to emerge or for geopolitical tensions to disrupt supply chains. In conclusion, MP Materials is navigating a path that is both commercially driven and strategically important for national interests. The filing today is a procedural step, but it underscores a significant relationship that could shape the company's future and the broader rare earth market. What do you think about this partnership and its implications for MP Materials? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, give this video a like and subscribe to Corporate Decoder for more insights into the world of business and finance. And don't forget to join our community on Discord. The link is in the description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Decode.